What is going on, everybody? Gabriel Jones here, giving you a drop of sun any chance I get, and welcome to a new video. I've spent the month of January getting up to other video content on this channel, but I've remembered to discuss the Grammy nominations. The award show is being held about a week from now, so I figured it's a good time to reveal my picks. The common consensus is that 2025 wasn't exactly that stellar or spectacular of a year for hit music, but I think we still saw some wonderful material being released during that year. So much so that a lot of the nominations, specifically in the main categories, are really competitive, especially Best New Artist. Like, we had so many newcomers in 2025. So I decided to put out this very quick and short video so that I can let people know what exactly I'm hoping for with the 68th Grammy Awards. To be clear, I'm only covering the general field of the award show, that being Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and Best New Artist. If I took on the task to cover every single category in this award show, we would be here for much longer. So unfortunately, you won't be hearing my thoughts on the jazz categories, for example. I hate to let the Esperanza Spalding stands down. Regardless, I think we're still gonna have fun with this video, and you guys will get to know who I'm making as my selections for the winners. So with all the chit-chat out of the way, I think we can get started. So the first category we're going to be covering is Song of the Year. This is typically awarded to the lyricists and composers of the track. It can be very confusing to tell the difference between Song of the Year and Record of the Year, but I think I can help people get that clarification straight in their heads. Anyway, I took it upon myself to rank all the nominees, and if you look at this side of the screen, you will see where exactly I ranked them on my list. My first place slot is going to Lady Gaga's Abracadabra. This is easily my favorite of the bunch in this selection, at least when it comes to Song of the Year. And I really like the darkness. Well, I shouldn't say darkness, but it's very gothic in the way that Lady Gaga constructs this song, you know? Sometimes there can be tempting moments where you feel as if you're supposed to stray away from the path that you're on, but always be sure to keep looking forward, because I guarantee you're going to end up somewhere amazing. So yeah, Abracadabra, my pick for Song of the Year. Next up, we have Record of the Year. This is typically awarded to the producer or the mixer and the artist. It's all about the performance of this category. We got 8 nominees for this award, but unfortunately I only can choose one winner in my ranking. So let's talk about that. My first place slots. My pick to win this award is Apatow by Rosé and Bruno Mars. Yeah, I am a huge sucker for pop punk. You know, I grew up on Fall Out Boy, Paramore, All American Rejects, Panic at the Disco. So I absolutely adore this style of music. And Rosé and Bruno Mars bring so much charisma to it, you know? They're sort of flirting with each other. They're, you know, potential boyfriend and girlfriends who are looking to hook up and have a good night drinking and all that. And yeah, they just have a wonderful spirit between them, you know? Very tightly constructed, super edifying, and yeah, Apatow by Rosé and Bruno Mars is my pick for Record of the Year. Now it's time for a really exciting category, Best New Artist. As I said at the start of this video, there have been tons of artists who broke out into the mainstream in 2025. So this one is going to be very competitive, I can tell. Each of these artists had wonderful songs to bring. I was impressed by a lot of the stuff they were recording, but like I said, I can only choose one winner for this category. So let's get into the ranking. My number one pick to win Best New Artist is Lola Young. Yes, our British rock vocalist is up for the award, and I am hoping that she comes out on top here. I was amazed by I'm Only Effing Myself that got released this latest September, and I was just enamored with the way that she was able to put her emotions on her sleeve and how she could be so explicit and raw and honest in her lyrics. There's just something about the way she sings where she just bears her soul to the audience, and the way she talks about some of her drug addictions and the no good men that she's dated and a lot of the demons that she's battling in her brain, you know? Like, she is hoping to lead a good life, and sometimes she's a little worried that she isn't, but she's on her way to finding herself. So yeah, Lola Young is my pick for Best New Artist. Last but certainly not least, we got Album of the Year. We got 8 LPs that are up for this category. All of them have something unique to offer, but of course, like I've said several times, I can only choose one winner. It took a lot of time to go over each and every single album, but I think I've come to a definitive choice in my ranking. So let's get into that. My number one choice for Album of the Year, my personal favorite for this category, is going to Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator has had quite the journey when it comes to his music career. You know, he built his persona as an edgelord back when he first broke out, but then he got more emotional on his later projects, including Flower Boy and Igor. And Chromacopia is him sort of, you know, reflecting on how he's reached his 30s and he's done a lot of growing over the years. And, you know, while he still has that edginess within him, he now has a lot more vulnerability to display with his tunes. And the album Chromacopia has so many unique sounds to offer, you know, like he can be very stomping when it comes to Sticky, very emotional when it comes to Like Him. A lot of the features on this album were great, like Glorilla and Lola Young. Like, trust me, I'm not ranking it at number one just because Lola Young is featured. I know a lot of people are hoping for a win for Let God Sort 'Em Out, and trust me, that album had plenty of impressive rhymes. I love Pusha T's flow. But there's something about Chromacopia that just feels so personal and stripped down. I really like the way Tyler, the Creator, bears his soul for all the listeners. And I think that unique style of music that he's bringing with this project totally deserves to be rewarded. So, Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator is my pick for Album of the Year. And there you have it! Those are my picks for the 4 general categories at this year's Grammy Awards. I'm just gonna move over here so you can check out my full rankings one last time. This is it right here on the screen. So I hope you guys agree with what I've had to say in this video. If you have different opinions, I would love to hear them in the comment section. Do not be shy. I am all ears when it comes to that front. And yeah, I am now fully preparing myself for the 68th Grammys. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I had fun with it. I hope you did as well. Again, I would love to hear your picks for who you want to win these general categories at the Grammys. And while you're at it, don't be shy to share your picks for some of the other categories that I didn't discuss in this video. Like, if you have some particular winners for pop or rock, alternative, even jazz, feel free to share them. And I hope you guys are willing to tune in for the award ceremony that's happening a week from now. I'm sure we're going to be getting some amazing performances. A lot of great memories are going to be created. And yeah, I'm sure Trevor Noah is going to have some wonderful jokes as well. But yeah, we'll have to see what goes on February 1st. In the meantime, if you guys want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Blue Sky, my Twitch, and my TikTok. Links will be in the description. And that's where we are wrapping up for this video. My name is Gabriel Jones and the sun may be setting, but I hope you were able to soak up those drops. Take care.